what's good, y'all? Back to another video. My top 10 comics in my collection. So this isn't necessarily like my top 10 most expensive comics. I'll do a video like that later on in like November, because I already have September and October like mapped out and scheduled and planned for like what videos I'm gonna do when. So yeah, November I'll do a video like that where it's like my top 10 most like expensive books in my collection. But anyways, so yeah, this list, well not list, but I'm gonna show y'all top 10 favorite, just like the books that it's like the most out of like everything in my collection. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So first up, number 10 on the list, Punisher #1 from 1987, part of his first ongoing series. One of my 5 favorite characters, easily without a doubt. Dude, Jon Bernthal's portrayal of the character, just when it comes to like perfect casting with characters, Jon Bernthal and Punisher is just 10 out of 10, perfect. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I've rewatched both seasons like a handful of times, especially season 1. But yeah, Punisher #1 from 1987, number 10 on the list. So yeah, his first appearance, I plan on making that happen. Like, I want to say like end of next year. I'd say end of next year. I want to make that happen. Next up, number 9 on the list, kind of a similar thing to that one right there. Wolverine #1 from 1988, also part of his first ongoing series. Dude, my second favorite character of all time right here. Growing up watching the XMen movies, I just absolutely love Hugh Jackman's portrayal of the character. Watching reruns of the animated series, because I was born in 2000, so obviously I wasn't alive back in, the early and mid 90s when those, episodes were airing of X-Men. So yeah, I was, watching reruns of that. Dude, just absolutely love the character of like basically my whole life, almost as long as I like Spider-Man. So yeah, that's number 9 on the list, Wolverine #1. And I actually got both of these, Wolverine 1, the Punisher 1, back in, was it August or no, July at Comic Palooza. I got both of them for like under 20 bucks a piece. I mean, there's like a few flaws here and there on them, but they're not anything like major. But other than that, real nice looking cover. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, next up, this is a recent pickup of mine actually, and that is Daredevil #2. Second appearance of Daredevil, second appearance of Electro, first crossover with Matt Murdock and the Fantastic Four. The reason I say Matt Murdock and not just Daredevil is because I think, if I'm not mistaken, he comes their lawyer in this issue. So I'm guessing he's like Matt Murdock. He's not like actually like suited up and whatnot. So yeah, that's that. But dude, been on an absolute just Daredevil craze the past few months, especially the past month. And yeah, I just knew that I need to go ahead and get this now, because we all know once this dude starts appearing and stuff, She-Hulk, Echo, once his show comes out and whatnot, dude, this thing, we already know this thing is just gonna go up. So yeah, grabbed it while I could. I paid like 500 something for it. The major downside to it is there's like a 1.5 inch spine split, but I was able to let that slide for this thing. I was able to make that like one exception, because usually I don't buy books with spine splits, but made an exception for this. So yeah, Daredevil #2, second appearance of Daredevil. Next up, dude, I remember how happy I was when I got this, and that is Luke Cage #1, first appearance of Luke Cage. Absolutely love the Netflix show. Rewatched it a handful of times, just like Punisher. Absolutely love reading Luke Cage. I remember this one day I was like binge reading like all the single digit issues, and I like pretty much read almost all of them in like one day. So yeah, I just really enjoy the character, love him. Hopefully we end up seeing him come back in the MCU. We know that Daredevil's coming back, we know Punisher's coming back, we know Jessica Jones coming back. I'm not 100% sure on Iron Fist. I read this thing a while back, but I just don't know how legitimate it was. But we know 3 of them are coming back. As far as Luke Cage, don't know yet. We haven't got any like legitimate, report or anything like that. So yeah, number 7 on the list, Luke Cage #1. So it's that. Real nice cover on that too. This right here, man. Let's make sure the order, the number that I'm doing on the list is like right. So number 6 right here on the list is Werewolf by Night 32, first appearance of Moon Knight. I still can't believe I have this thing. Dude, Moon Knight, he became one of my 5 favorite characters one of my 5 favorite characters just from reading comics alone. Volume 1 to be exact. Just reading comics alone, he became one of my 5 favorite characters. And when the show finally came out, I just loved him even more. He's a great character, really enjoy him. Absolutely love season 1 of the show. Season 2 is on the way. That's gonna happen. My Time to Shine on Twitter. She's like easily like the most like reliable scooper that I look to when it comes to like, you know, finding out about like leaks and like scoops and whatnot. So season 2 confirmed by her. It's on the way. But yeah, first appearance of Moon Knight. When it comes to, you know, slab books and whatnot like this, I don't care for them to be like an insanely high grade. Also, he's like, you know, mid grade right here. I don't care for them to be insanely high grade. As long as the cover looks decent enough to me, then I'm cool with it. So yeah, it was like the first book that I paid over a stack for. Luckily, I was able to do payments on it, so that was good. But yeah, so number 6 on the list, Werewolf by Night 32, first appearance of Moon Knight, another one of my 5 favorite characters. Put that right there. All right, now we're into the top 5. So my top 5 favorite comics in my collection. So number 5 on the list is, hopefully I didn't just spoil right there in the bottom of the screen, Amazing Spider-Man 300, the first appearance of Venom, or first full appearance. I know people get technical about this kind of stuff. Some people call it 299 as true first appearance, but anyways, Amazing Spider-Man 300, first appearance of Venom. I love Venom since I was like a kid, since I was like, I don't know what, 7 years old. I remember how cool it was seeing him in a movie in Spider-Man 3, but later realizing like now, like that was like such a crap design. I'm not a big fan of the design of the character in that movie, but it was so cool seeing him as a kid in that movie and whatnot. But hey, we got Tom Hardy Venom now. I like him just as much as anyone else does. I would think there's a bunch of people that like Venom. I would think. I like the first movie more than the second one. I'm looking forward to number 3. But yeah, dude, Venom, this character I've always loved. I'm reading his current ongoing series. I've been enjoying it. I still need to read Donny Cates' run on it. Still need to read Donny Cates' run on it. I've literally seen nothing but good things said about it. I have the number 1 to that run, and that's it. 'Cause I was able to get it like for like cover price for like $5. So yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 300. I don't know why I said that long pause, but anyways, Amazing Spider-Man 300, first appearance of Venom. So yeah, it's number 5 on the list. All right, next up, number 4 is actually another ASM book, and that is my fault. Amazing Spider-Man 252, first full appearance. Why did I say that? First appearance of the black suit, or you know, the Tide. First appearance of the black suit. This is like one of the most like technical like conversations there is when it comes to like first appearance of something. Is this right here? But yeah, first appearance of the black suit and the Amazing Spider-Man run. That's a fact for sure. We all know that's the case. So yeah, first appearance of the black suit. Dude, when it comes to like Spider-Man, like the black suit version of him is easily my favorite like version or iteration, however y'all want to put it. You know, favorite version of the character. Without a doubt. I remember, dude, as a kid, seeing the trailer for Spider-Man 3 and seeing him in a black suit, just like the coolest thing ever. Yeah, absolutely love black suit Spider-Man. Nice cover, you know, homage, you know, Amazing Fantasy 15. But yeah, that's number 4. Yeah, number 4 on the list, Amazing Spider-Man 252, first appearance of the black suit. That's that. On to the top 3. So my top 3 absolute favorite books in my collection. Number 3 is none other than XMen 94. Wait, is this thing? I was making sure this thing is in like reverse or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, XMen 94. Second appearance of the new team. First appearance of the new team in the ongoing series. Dude, grew up loving X-Men, as I said earlier, you know, with the Wolverine book, you know, watching the X-Men movies, watching reruns of the animated series. Huge X-Men fan. I absolutely cannot wait until the day we finally see them in the MCU. It's the day we finally get their movie. Absolutely can't wait for that. My favorite members are Wolverine, Storm, and Jean. Easily my 3 favorite members right there of the team. Giants has X-Men 1. That's another book that I plan on making happen next year, along with Incredible Hulk 181. I gotta get those as soon as possible because we all know once the X-Men movie gets announced, and once we get closer to the release of that movie, we all know those 2 books are just going to go like through the roof, just almost become out of reach almost. So gotta get them as soon as I can. But yeah, till then, I got this, which I absolutely love. Easily one of my favorite X-Men books. Well, really, it's one of my favorite X-Men book right now, for sure, without a doubt. But yeah, it's number 3 on the list, X-Men 94. Now on to my top 2 favorite comic books in my collection. So, dude, I love number 2 just as much as number 1, but number 1 gets the edge for good reason, which some of y'all might know what it is actually, if y'all watched the video for it. Anyways, number 2 on the list is Amazing Spider-Man Annual 6. Reprints Annual 1's first appearance of the Sinister Six. But dude, this book means an absolute lot to me. I absolutely love it. It's my first ever Amazing Spider-Man comic book. So back in December 2020, when I first got into comic books, the first comics I bought were Infinity Gauntlet 1 through 6. Bought those off eBay. Ever since then, I've been hooked onto the hobby and whatnot. And then after that, the next comic that I got was this, which actually I didn't even buy. This was actually a gift for Christmas. I remember I was out with my dad one day at Bedrock City and found this, 21 bucks. So yeah, means a lot to me. Easily my favorite Spider-Man comic book of all time. Like, dude, I could end up owning a copy of, like, you know, number 1 one day, as you know, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, or Amazing Fantasy 15, which I doubt I ever would. But like, I could own like copies of those things, and this still, even then, this right here is going to remain my favorite Spider-Man book without a doubt. It means a lot to me. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's that. Number 2 on the list of my top 10 favorite comic books, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 6. So yeah, that's that. And number 1, dude, till this day, like, this is like never gonna change. This will always be my favorite comic book without a doubt. Like, nothing's gonna change that. No matter how many books I own, no matter what major key issues I buy, this book is always going to remain number 1. It's set in stone, not gonna change. And that is Infinity Gauntlet number 1. So back when I've gotten to, I'm not gonna get into it because I made a whole video of like how I got into comic books, and it ultimately comes down to like this thing right here. So I can check that video out if y'all want to. If you don't want to, all good. But I'll give like a quick brief summary. So when I first got into comic books, I wanted to like expand my interest past like just, you know, being a big fan of the movies and rewatching them all the time and whatnot. So what I did is eventually I ended up, after, you know, researching and trying to figure out what to buy, I ended up buying 1 through 6 of this event right here, Infinity Gauntlet. And since I bought all 6 of those at once, I don't have like a definitive first comic I bought. But I mean, since this is number 1 of those 6 in default, it's kind of the first comic I bought. So ever since I read this thing, dude, absolutely fell in love with comics. I've been into hobby ever since. And yeah, oh, by the way, who doesn't love the artwork in this? George Perez, easily my favorite artist of all time. But yeah, that's it. Number 1 on my list of my top 10 favorite comic books is Infinity Gauntlet number 1. So yeah, that's that. This video is freaking longer than I wanted it to be. It's like 15 minutes, I think it looks like, from the reflection. Hopefully I'm not reading it wrong. It's right. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Which also I want to say something. Huge thank you to like every single one of you that's like subscribed so far. We're like, oh, I think I'm like over 70 subscribers like already. I haven't even been doing this for a month yet, so that's insane. That's crazy. More videos on the way. Next video, the last video for August. The last video for August. It's gonna be a big one. I think everyone will like it. I think y'all really are. But yeah, I'm not gonna say what that is. Y'all are gonna see that in like, I think like what, 2 days from now, I think. Yeah, I think 2 days from now. all that video uploaded. It may, do I need to do 2-part? No, I'm not doing a 2-part video. If I don't want to do a 2-part video for that. So I don't know, I might if I need to. But anyways, yeah, so new video in 2 days. Yeah, wrap it up for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I know I enjoyed making it. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.